All right, so let's go over a hip mobility exercise to increase mobility in your hip flexor and give it a nice good stretch. So my favorite way to stretch the hip flexor is in a half kneeling position, all right, like this. Notice that I'm right above my hip. Also notice that my back foot, the toes are engaged. It's gonna help me with my balance. If I leave it unengaged, it's fine. It's just a little more balance work. So 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. So we're right above it. And what you're gonna think of when you're doing this, so to do this movement, you're gonna do a pelvic tilt, a posterior pelvic tilt, okay? So imagine that this is a bowl and you're trying to pour the water behind you on the back of your legs. So as you inhale, let everything go, and as you exhale, squeeze your glute so that you're pelvically tilting posteriorly. Inhale, let it go, and exhale as you posteriorly tilt that pelvis. You're gonna feel the stretch in here for sure, and occasionally, depending on how tight your quads are and other hip flexors, you're gonna feel it all the way down the front of your thigh. So again, breathe in and exhale, really squeeze your glute. You should feel the stretch right in here. It's a completely different stretch from when we lean forward, and this isn't what I'm showing you. I'm showing you a hip flexor drill to increase mobility. So what I recommend is doing 5 per side, and then if you really want, you can hold it. Also, I also recommend always layering a little bit of strength training on top of the mobility. So after you've mobilized your pelvis and your hip flexor, then in the same position, maintaining your position between the knee and the foot, you can do some lunges. And you're really pushing with both your front and posterior leg to come straight up, squeezing your glute, and come back down. When you layer a strengthening on top of a mobility, the muscles retain the new gained range of motion longer. And that's why I recommend that.